Warning. The language used on The Real Rush may be offensive to some viewers. Don't say I didn't fucking warn you.
Hey. Come here. I got what you need. Good shit. Got that toilet paper, baby. It's that good shit. Angel soft. Smooth as a baby's ass to keep your ass smooth, baby. I got the shit right here. You got the money? You got the money? Where's that? What's that? Show me. What's that? Huh? Everybody who keeping their ass clean so you can show them what you're working with at this time, bang your head to the opening ref.
Shut up and sit down.
Welcome back to The Real Rush. This is episode 79 of the shit. I am your boy J-Dub. Y'all know who I am. If y'all don't know who I am, your ass better call somebody. And who you gonna call? You better call Tyrone. Nah, you fucking call him. Hope everybody watching this episode right here, right now, is staying safe, staying home, staying healthy, and staying sane. So we gonna help y'all do all those things right here, right now, in the most positive manner, positive light possible. So that being said, you know your boy always keeps it 100 plus with y'all, with my fellow Rushaholics. So I'm gonna be upfront with y'all right now. Aside from one review, your boy had a completely different ticket to go down a movies to review here this evening. Matter of fact, I had them lined up right here. We were gonna go over some movies that we had already rushed before but had never reviewed here on YouTube, such as The Circle from season 1 of The Rush, Ingrid Goes West, also from season 1 of The Real Rush, and Assassination Nation, which we viewed in season 2. All three of these films have a common theme, have a common subject matter that your boy was going to get down to. However, that subject matter was going to lead down not the brightest path of discussion. It was more or less going to have me talk about some online social media behaviors that I've been noticing over the last couple of years, and even more so over the last couple of weeks, with the influx of people having nothing else better to do but then check the fuck in on social media. But, once again, as I was about to state, the path that conversation was about to go down wasn't the brightest one. So right before I went on camera here, before this telecast, your boy revamped the whole ticket. And once again, that's because the world does not need that kind of negative energy put into it right now. It needs all the positive energy that it can get right here, right now. You get what you give. Never forget that shit. So let's go ahead and get on down to the brass tacks of what is on this episode's Real Rush ticket, and I want to kick things off with 2016 animated film. This joint is called Trolls. And yes, it is based off of the famous toy line that we grew up knowing and loving. Well, maybe not so much our parents, but we did. And these trolls look completely different than the ones that we grew up with. They don't look as for lack of a better term, as free as those little bastards did. So your boy went ahead, viewed this the other night because World Tour, the sequel to this joint, drops in just a few weeks. It's still slated, it's still advertised as dropping in theaters as well as on streaming to home in a couple weeks. More than likely, the whole theater aspect isn't going to happen, but your boy likes to be well prepared ahead of time and wants y'all to be in the know well ahead of time. So y'all got a couple weeks to review this, peep this before World Tour comes out. Yet I digress. Trolls, y'all. Like I said, 2016. This is about, what is Trolls about? So Trolls is about a whole bunch of trolls. They're happy. They love to sing and dance and just have a good time. It's party, party, party all the time. But they gotta do so and be careful not to be caught by the evil curmudgeonly Bergens. The giant folk. They're all sad and dark, and the only way that they can find happiness that they've found is to eat the trolls. Oh no! I can't eat the trolls! Well, guess what happens? Some of the trolls do end up getting captured by some of the Bergens. Oh God, no! And it's up to Princess Poppy and Branch, voiced respectively by Anna Kendrick. What's up, baby? And my boy J. Tim, Justin Timberlake, as it is up to them to save their fellow trolls from the evil clutches of the Bergens. Now, when this came out back in 2016, that's when your boy really started going to the theater on somewhat of a hardcore basis. Unfortunately, this is not one of the movies that was on my slate at the time because, hey, your boy wasn't really up on the whole, like, let's go to the theater and see animated films at the time. I told you I'm going to keep it 100% with your ass. And then some. But hey, looking back on that in retrospect, and after viewing this, so in retrospect, I kind of wish that I had seen 2016's Trolls back in 2016, y'all. Y'all, I enjoyed every minute of this movie, and I'm going to tell you why here right now. Got some notes here for y'all. First off, the soundtrack to this joint is slamming. You got plenty of pop hits spanning across different decades that people of all ages will be able to enjoy. That being said, if your head ain't bobbing and your head ain't bobbing and your body ain't grooving at most points throughout this flick, you need to check your pulse because, like I said, this joint is slamming. Second up, aside from Anna Kendrick and Justin Timberlake up in this joint, we got a stacked voice cast. We also have the likes of Christopher Mintz-Plasse, also known as McLovin, Superbad. We got Zooey Deschanel, Christine Baranski, Russell Brand, James Corden, Jeffrey Tambor, John Cleese, and Gwen Stefani, just to name a few, yo. Third up, and most important of all, especially at this time, I don't know if maybe it was meant for me to not see this movie 4 years ago, so that way I could deliver this message to y'all during these times of crisis that we going through right here, right now. I absolutely loved the message that this movie is sending out, and I can wholeheartedly say this without giving anything away about the movie storyline wise. I love the fact that the borderline moral of the movie is all about spreading that positivity, finding true happiness within, and being fearless in showing one's true colors. Yeah, you know your boy is not one to shy away from crying during a movie, y'all, even if it is during a kid's movie. And this joint got me a little misty-eyed, got me a little emotional at points. Hence, speaking of it being a quote-unquote kids movie, this is not a movie just for kids. Trolls is a movie that everyone can enjoy, and it's something that will hopefully inspire anyone watching it to be a better version of themselves and to be able to put that positive energy back out into the atmosphere. Like I said, you get what you give, y'all. I can't wait for the sequel to drop in a couple weeks. Your boy is going to have that shit on pre-order, pre-rent, whatever the choices is on the time when that joint drops. But until then, two things to note. Number one, there is a mid-credit mid-credit scene during the credits of Trolls, so you want to make sure that you look out for that. And this joint is airing on NBC tonight, Eastern Standard Time at 8 p.m., y'all. Now, your boy shelled out the $4 for the rental fee on Amazon Prime Video the other night to watch this, just so we could watch it commercial free in full widescreen, full HD, and all that joint. But, hey, yo, Trolls is still coming on for everybody who wants to see it free of charge tonight, Saturday. What the fuck is today's date? Saturday, March 28th, 2020, tonight, NBC, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss it, but just in case you do miss it, it will also be airing on FX Wednesday, April 8th at 7 p.m. with a replay at 9 p.m. Trolls, I love this movie, y'all. Y'all love this movie. The kids will love this movie. This is one, while it's time, while we're all spending time together as a family, this is a good family movie right here for everyone to enjoy. Trolls, don't miss out. Check it out and be excited for Trolls World Tour to drop here in the next couple weeks. And we'll have that review for y'all when it comes out too. Moving right along on this episode of Real Rush Ticket, here's where we get to a little bit of the improvisation skills that your boy was talking about last week. So since your boy put these 3 movies aside, I wasn't just going to have a review for Trolls and then just be like, alright, fuck it, I'm out. That's it. We'll see you next week on episode 80 of The Real Rush. I don't even know if I've ever just reviewed just one movie before. I don't even think that's a possibility here on The Real Rush. So, what your boy got in store for y'all? We gonna take it back. We gonna take it back. Not way back, but still back into time. So next up on this episode's Real Rush Ticket, your boy thought hard, but not too terribly long, because being a movie buff that your boy is, said, yo, everything that's going on nowadays, and the whole run on toilet paper and whatnot, and being lucky if you can find some, that shit is mine, that you saw during the opening riff. I am armed, very dangerous, don't touch my motherfucking toilet paper. But due to the shortage of that, we all just may have to come to terms with learning how the 3 Seashells work here within the next couple weeks. Hence, the next movie up on this episode's Real Rush Ticket, another personal, all-time favorite of mine, Demolition Man. And I know that y'all have seen like all the 3 Seashells memes and shit going around as of late, and I'm betting there's a great chunk of the population that has no idea what movie that shit comes from. Here the fuck it is right here. What's Demolition Man all about? Demolition Man stars Sylvester Stallone as LAPD detective John Spartan. He has been on the hunt for psychopathic Simon Phoenix, played by Wesley Snipes, for years and years and years. He has made that his career mission to stop Simon Phoenix at all costs. Finally catches up to him. Mid-90s, but some shit goes wrong at the time. They both end up being cryo-frozen until the year 2032. Simon Phoenix escapes, gets unfrozen, causes havoc in a newly utopian society. It's way different than it was in the mid-1990s, when by the time it comes to the 2030s. But the only man equipped to stop Simon Phoenix at this man, since it has become a utopian, very peaceful society, the only man with the street moxie to pull this shit off is Spartan, John Spartan. We also have in this movie, we got Sandra Bullock, Dennis Leary, you got Benjamin Bratt in one of his earliest roles. Anybody I'm leaving out here? Got Nigel Hawthorne up in this joint. I can't stress that enough, one of my favorite movies of all time. My pops took me to see this shit. Opening weekend, October 1993. Instantly fell in love with this movie, both of us did. And because of that, this is back in the time of Blockbuster. Your boy could not wait for that shit to come out on tape so he could watch it over and over and over again. The day that it dropped on video on VHS, it wasn't like DVD back in the day. You had to wait some time before that shit dropped. The day it dropped, Blockbuster ran out of them shits, and I was at the door at Blockbuster every day. Excuse me, you got any copies of Demolition Man, Finally got my hands on a copy, took the shit home, made a copy of it. Damn right I dubbed a copy of it. J-Dub dubbed the motherfucking copy of Demolition Man. I'm surprised I didn't wear that tape out, because I watched it at least twice a day for, I shit you not, 3 months straight. I was still living in Springfield at the time, moved to Manassas during that 3-month period, and still continued to watch the shit at least twice a day for at least another month after that. So why is this movie so great? Well, you might look back on this and say that this was like a B movie with like cheesy sci-fi action and shit going on at the time. Nah. You could pop this in, and that's one of the reasons that makes this movie so great. You could pop this in now, and it stands the test of time, like a lot of movies from that era. But then again, a lot of movies from that era don't necessarily stand the test of time. The effects in it are pretty quality. I think they stand up to it. You got Sly Stallone being an ultimate badass. You got Wesley Snipes. Now, Wesley Snipes is the true winner of this movie, because not only we knew that the man could play a villain. This was a couple years after he burst onto the scene as badass Nino Brown from New Jack City, y'all. But the way that he plays an over-the-top villain in Demolition Man is something that I can honestly sit here, look y'all dead in the eye through the lens of this camera right here, and say that I have not seen someone play a villain with such tenacity and such, for almost lack of a term, giddiness as Wesley Snipes pulled off in this movie. And you got Sandra Bullock in one of her earlier film roles and her fine ass. What's up, girl? And she's still fine to this day. And you got Dennis Leary up in it. Edgar Friendly, Mr. Edgar Friendly, who's being hunted more or less by society for not wanting to uphold the new society standards. And that's another reason that this movie stands the test of time, y'all, because it speaks leaps and bounds about where we're probably more than likely heading as a society if we don't get our shit together. We could keep some things, some of the ruggedness from the 90s without everything having to be 100% clean utopian. As we can see, or as a matter of fact, I almost gave something away right there about the movie right there. You want to watch this movie because it does kind of serve as a wake-up call, like, you know what? Maybe certain things, maybe we are getting a little bit too PC for our times. Maybe a little bit too PC for our own good. Demolition Man, y'all. One of my personal all-time favorites. If you have not seen Demolition Man yet, y'all, I think this will be one of your top favorites as well. It's just good fun. And I could still watch this movie over and over and over and over again. I'm probably going to do that as I edit this joint right here tonight. But yo, Demolition Man, y'all, once again, if you haven't checked it out, timeless sci-fi action fun, 199% plus all the way. Check this out. Blu-ray, stream it, whatever you gotta do. But Demolition Man, y'all, most certainly not one to miss out. Check it out. Next up on this episode's Real Rush Ticket, we stand with the whole 90s motif here. And the next movie that I want to talk about right here, right now, this joint. Actually, matter of fact, let me give y'all a little bit of a. Sorry there, Rush Tron. You good? You good? All right. Give you a little bit of a. What's that shit called? A prologue? Epilogue? What comes before a book? I don't know. I don't fucking read books. So I'm thinking prologue. Yes, prologue. So a little bit of a prologue to why I wanted to review this next movie right here, right now, is because The Hunt was re-reviewed and was one of the very few people to see that in theaters. More than likely not because people didn't want to go see it, but because that was right before theaters got shut down due to this outbreak shit. But if y'all have been checking out TV, you've seen that a lot of movies that were in the theaters are now on streaming, available for streaming either on demand or through your various streaming services for a nominal fee, of course. But I wanted to touch on this next movie here because this is based off of the very same novel, The Most Dangerous Game, that The Hunt was based off of. So, without further ado, ladies and gents, last but most certainly not least, right here on The Real Rush, your boy is getting on down to the brass tacks of Surviving the Game. Now this is actually a little bit more of a lesser known film from the 1990s. This stars Ice-T as a homeless man. Ain't got nothing to lose. He's homeless. But he gets invited to go on this expedition by Rutger Hauer. He gets invited to go to serve as a new guide. Rutger Hauer, he hooks him up with a job, like help him out with his survival guides, his nature guides and shit like that, out in the wilderness. But turns out they don't want Ice-T as a guide at all. No. They figured, well, he's a homeless man. We can hunt him, and when we catch his ass and kill him, maybe eat him. I don't know what these people are up to. Ain't nobody gonna miss his ass. Yeah, if that didn't get your suspense meter going, I don't know what the hell will, y'all. Ice-T, Rutger Hauer. We also got in this joint, we got Charles S. Dutton, Rock, from the TV show Rock back in the day. Oh, hell yeah. We also got in this joint John C. McGinley of Scrubs fame, William McNamara, F. Murray Abraham of Amadeus from back in the day, and the one and only Gary Busey, y'all. And you know what? I think that this movie stands up to the test of time pretty well as well. Even though there's no use of internet in this movie or anything, because pretty much this movie was made when we were still using dial-up. I don't know exactly where I was going with that, so we're just going to leave that off to the side here. But good action, adventure, fun. This did not get the best ratings when it came out. This wasn't very well publicized when it came out. And if you ask anybody nowadays, have you seen Surviving the Game? Have you heard of Surviving the Game? What did I say last week? You're going to get the what? This isn't even that hard to... This isn't even easy to find DVD wise. I've surprisingly found this on Best Buy. Now this is a Warner Archive release. You could tell by the way that the DVD was printed that this was an on-demand release of some shit. But it is a good DVD transfer. I will give y'all that. Good job on the quality here. If you haven't checked out Surviving the Game, y'all, you want to talk about edge of your seat action all the way. This is it. This is the P's and E's right here, y'all. Surviving the Game. If you can find this on streaming, definitely check this out. You get some stellar performances all the way in a very minimalistic setting and a very, for lack of a better term, minimalistic movie. If you really get on down to the brass tacks of it, this was directed by Ernest Dickerson, who also did the likes of Juice and Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight, and so on and such. Give Surviving the Game a look-see. And you will not be disappointed, y'all. And I would love to see a Blu-ray of this some point in time. And I do want to bring up the fact that does this review, or short review actually, seem a little familiar to y'all? Yes, it does, because your boy actually did review this a couple years ago with my boy Mason on the Final Call movie review show that we had running a couple years ago. And out of nowhere, even though this is a very not well known movie, that was one of our most viewed reviews. So let's keep that ball rolling, y'all. Surviving the Game, and this is the conversation starter of this episode. When you see Surviving the Game, keyword, when you see Surviving the Game, I want to know, did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you like about it? What did you not like about it? Let's start a conversation while we here. Hold up, hashtag stay at home. Stay home, y'all. Surviving the Game, check it out, and fucking, yeah, you will not be disappointed here, y'all. That here, ladies and gents, is a wrap for episode 79 of The Real Rush right here on YouTube. Now, your boy does have a couple of notes of business that he wants to get on down to before we officially close out this episode. To my Northern Virginia peeps, mainly those that I used to work with up until a couple months ago. Y'all know how I ranted and raved about this place called Uptown Cafe in the Centerville area. Well, Uptown Cafe, small business, has, with a lot of business going on right now, been largely affected by the outbreak. I don't like using the word crisis, but that's what it's being labeled as. It's been affected by it. But there is some good news here. Your boy reached out to the owners, Mike and Sonny, the other night, just to see how they were doing, to see how the state of the business was doing, to see if it was even up and running. Good news, y'all. Sonny got back to me and said that the Uptown Cafe is still open for business, albeit they're only doing carry out, and they are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., but they do still need your support, y'all. So please, at this time, if you do happen to venture out, shop small, support your local business. Uptown Cafe, I've never had a bad dish at this place. They are located at Trinity Center at 5870 Trinity Parkway in Centerville, 20120. And make sure you check out their website at www.uptowncafeva.com to check out their daily specials. And tell them Mr. Giants sent you. Mike, Sonny, if y'all happen to be watching this, my heart is always with y'all. Love y'all, and we will meet up again very soon. And coming up on episode 80 of The Real Rush next weekend, same as this week, we don't fucking know what's going to be on episode 80, but I can tell you this much, is that starting in just a couple days, it's going to be the month of April. And April happens to be the 4th month of the year, right? And this year just happens to be 2020. But if you shorten that shit, then it's just 20. Which means that this coming month is 420. And it's 420 all month long, all month. So you know we gonna be celebrating that and bringing y'all the finest in 420 friendly movie reviews over the next couple weeks up until the end of 420. So look forward to that on episode 80 of The Real Rush right here on YouTube next week. But in the meantime, as always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please don't hesitate to type those on to the YouTube page where you are viewing this week's episode right here, right now. To everybody who is subscribed to The Real Rush here on YouTube, thank you for having done so. If you haven't done it yet, what the hell are you waiting for? You want to be the first to know when your boy drops a new episode. Don't forget to spread the word of The Real Rush. Hit the share button, do whatever you gotta do, but your boy appreciates y'all spreading the word of The Real Rush like everybody should still be spreading love these days, even though we cannot be all physically hugging up on each other. And don't forget that the Real Rush does have replay value. Any movie that you want to know about, and you want to know what your boys' thoughts were on it, and want to get a good, honest to God review of it, all you gotta do is go up to the YouTube search bar at the top of the page, type in quotation marks The Real Rush, followed by, outside of quotation marks, the title of the movie you're looking for. Then boom, instant movie review on demand for you, because The Real Rush and your boy J-Dub got y'all covered for life, son. And as always, you can follow your boy on Instagram for my live movie check-ins and updates as they occur. You can follow your boy at J-Dub Champion, hashtag The Real Rush. And for The Real Rush, ladies and gents, I am your boy J-Dub. Thank you for tuning in and joining us once again for episode 79. Remember, chill out during these times. Please stay safe. Please stay healthy. Don't forget to enjoy yourselves. Have fun, y'all. Love J-Dub. And we'll see you next weekend.